Good morning, guys. It's currently about 5:44 a.m. Nigerian time, and I'm not so happy. And the reason I said that is that I made a very well detailed analysis yesterday, which was the 21st on Sunday night, right? Exactly at markets open, showing and saying all that I actually wanted to see in the market for me to take a trade, right? But at the end of the day, I ended up deleting the video by mistake, right? Because it was a screen recorded video. I deleted it by mistake, and I was so pissed because I was about sleeping and there was no way I could have made another video. So I just want to make a few minutes video analysis on what I'm expecting on the pairs that I trade: GBP USD, GU, USD JPY, UJ, and USR, right? So on GBP from the beginning of the year, we have been going up, right? So what I'm expecting now is that there's been, you know, the market has been forming, right? Highs and lows, then lower highs, then lower lows, now higher highs, right? From lower lows and lower highs down to higher highs. And I think we are currently forming a higher low around this area. It also makes sense for a rejection from this place. A rejection from this place will also validate the trend line for us to keep going up. But now there's a problem, right? The thing is that there's also a possibility that price is going to break this level. Let me bring it down for you a little bit. There's a possibility that price is going to break this range, right? This level of support rather. So if price breaks below it and gives us a good retest, we'll be looking to go for the sales. But don't forget, what if price comes below this low here? That is when we can count it as a lower low, right? But if price does not come below this low, it is still a higher low, right? So what I'm expecting is a bounce off that area for me to continue for my buys, right? Or if I see a good breakout, like a very good amount of breakout, right? A good breakout and retest of that area is also going to be a good breakout retest of that trend line too. So we're having to break and retest. So I might not be taking the sell until I see that this previous low is taken out. Or it depends on the volume of the sales, right? It depends on the way the sales came. It's not just some kind of like too quick sell. It's just something that makes sense, that goes with the flow. That is when I'm going to be taking the trade, right? So I'm looking for a bounce to the upside for me to take the buys. So I'm currently bullish on GBP USD until this area is taken out. Once this area is taken out, that's exactly where I'm going to be, bearish, right? Once this area is taken out and this level does not hold, I am going to be bearish for sure, because the market can also break out of that area, come to give us the equal low here and move to the upside, right? That is why I said that this low has to be taken out for it to be a complete downtrend from wherever we are, or complete change of structure actually from wherever we are at price right now. So on USD JPY, I don't want to spend a lot of time because the market has opened. I'll be looking to take a trade from around 6 to whenever. I start trading from 6 o'clock, to be honest, because there are some setups I'm seeing for the past 3 months, and there are some setups I'm seeing from 6 o'clock, so I don't want to miss out on any of them, especially when I trade only three pairs, right? So on USD JPY, I can see that the market has been on uptrend from May, right? From May, but from the better half of July, you have been in a consolidation, right? And from the beginning of September, we have been in a kind of like a counter trend downtrend, right? That price has been respecting for a lot of time. Price has that counter trend like about 5 times until it didn't, right? It broke out of that trend line last week, Thursday. and it came back to retest on Friday, which you took the trade, right? So what I'm looking for is a continuation. On the video I did yesterday, which was actually deleted, I was looking, to buy from around this level. As you can see the circle here, this level, maybe your price come down to give us another retest, or maybe this level, which is a trend line bounce. Let's say around 7 o'clock, trend line bounce or something, or maybe a breakout and retest on this level. But when I woke up this morning, I can what I was seeing now, what I'm seeing now is that price has broken out of that area, taking out this previous high that didn't actually want to break. Right, so price has broken that structure, giving us a higher high. Right. So what I'm expecting is a retracement on this level that we are currently at. So this is a swing low, while this is a swing high. And if you are looking for a retracement, we are looking for a retracement to around 0.5 and 0.618, which is actually my fib level that I actually take setups from. And if I don't see the market at that area, I won't be able to take my setup from there. I just want to make sure that that is very, very clear. So I won't be able to take my setup from there if I do not see price come to this particular level here. So we have fib retracement, we have a break and retest, which was what I actually did yesterday while doing my analysis, which the analysis was deleted again, right? So we have fib now, we have a strong resistance level there that has been broken. Look at this strong resistance level that has been broken and turned to support. We have the breakout of the previous swing high, right? So what I'm expecting now is that I'm expecting price to come to this area, right? Price to come to this area, then we are going to know from here, we are going to know if price is going to break out of it, or maybe price is going to reject and keep going down. Right? You can say, okay, because of market structure, price is going to take out this level. But don't forget, let's go to the 4 hour time frame. Let me show you something. This is a very strong, it's even stronger than this area. It's a strong area of resistance, whereby when price comes to this place, price always rejects. You can see it has happened multiple times, right? There was only one case where price came, it broke out, and broke out, it tested and it went to the upside, and it still dumped back again. Some kind of like a fake out, but I don't call it a fake out necessarily because it actually made a retest, right? So that is that for that. So this area might be taken out, I might not, right? So we are going to only know that with the price action that we're going to be seeing today or tomorrow, right? If price action breaks out of the area, then nice, we're going to take the trade. But if price action does not break out, I'm just going to look for a reversal and continue selling, because at the end of the day, on the 4 hour time frame, this looked like a consolidating market, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Even the trend line that I actually placed here was due to the fact that price was creating more of lower lows, lower lows, lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, but majorly price was creating more more lower highs, to be honest, right? Let me give you an example of what I'm saying. So this is a high, this is a low, see high, it's a lower low, lower high, then another lower low, then a lower high, another lower low, then a lower high, another lower low, right? Then price broke out, gave us a higher high, and gave us a higher low. Right, so this is the reason why I was actually taking this sell until price broke out of that, that what's it called, that market structure, right? Broke out of the market structure, giving us a new higher high. That is why I'm looking for what I'm looking for. Plus, due to the fact that on the daily time frame now, I can see that there's a trend line bounce here. Let me show you trend line bounce. This is blue trend line here. Let me move it a little bit. There's a trend line bounce around that area. You can see it's also a bounce off this tiny level of support here, right? which made price shoot up about 179 pips. Yes, 179 pips. So you can see there is a third bounce of the trend line, right? One, two, three. So this is why I said that there's a high possibility of price breaking that level. But if price doesn't break the level, it's just going to come back down again, which is something that we don't even want to happen because we have been ranging for months, for about 2 months plus. But this is what I'm actually expecting. I might be wrong, right? But this is what I'm actually seeing on the charts for me to predict, the next price movement for you. So as I said earlier, I can be wrong, right? Nobody can actually, give you 100% prediction without, having some wrong predictions actually. So on USO, what I'm actually expecting is that if you go to the higher time frame, let's say from daily time frame, you can actually see that we've been trending downwards for years. From about 2023, right? We've been trending downwards. So what I'm actually expecting now is that on the 4 hour time frame, there was actually if you can see, there was a trend line that the market actually broke out of, right? But breaking out of the trend line, it didn't go past the minor resistance that we had here. It didn't go past the previous lower high, so it's still classified as a downtrend in my own opinion, right? The market can change. It might break out of the trend line, but once it didn't go past the previous resistance and it didn't go past the previous, what's it called, previous lower high, I just feel like this is still a downtrend no matter what price did last month or last week rather. So you can see there's a high, there's a low, there's a what tool am I using? There's a high here, there's a low here, this is a lower high, this is a lower low, this is lower high. So we're actually about to create another lower low. But if you can see on on US oil rather, we have had multiple scenarios when price came to this area and he found it hard to break out of that level. This is one, two, three, four. So there are 4 times when price came to this level and it was unable to break out of this particular region, this particular support level here. What I'm actually thinking that this time price might be able to break out of that level. But actually what we are going to see on the chart, that is exactly what we are going to be trading. Right, so if I scale down to the 1 hour time frame, yesterday when the market hasn't come to this area around here, there's just one candle yesterday when I did analysis. I was actually explaining why I think that there's a high possibility for price to come to this area. Just retest this trend line, retest this area of interest, which is our resistance, and just keep shooting to the downside. I also said that there's another possibility that price might break below that minor support level, give us a nice good retest and come to this area of support, the next level of support, right? On this next level of support, what we're actually going to be looking for is two things because we don't really know, to be honest. The market has rejected of that place multiple times, so there's a possibility of a rejection after a rejection to this previous support, which is now resistance, right? There's a rejection to this area, then we might see a complete drop, breaking that support level. But there's a high possibility also that when price comes to this area, it's just going to give us a breakout, just continuation to the downside, right? So this is what I'm actually expecting on US oil, right? So these are the three pairs I trade rather, and I don't just want to add another one to the whole thing. So please like, share, subscribe. I'm actually running late, so I have to do this as fast as I can. Like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching, and stay true to your system. Bye.